Hello, baby gangsters. This is Calvin, also known as Roman. This is my first ever playthrough of Slay the Princess. And we're back here at the start again. And is there anything different? I don't think so. So let's... someone pointed out that it was very funny that someone said to, like, since I'm an Irish person, that they were like, that the first thing they said to me was that I was a monarch. Slightly continue to the cabin. Let's go. I wonder what's going to change this time. What should we do to change this time?
The short path to the cabin. You'll find the prince.
Yeah.
We're not going to go through with this, right? Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking.
And the same thing as before. So, I wonder what is there anything? There's no mirror in this. Oh, yeah, there's a mirror in the second one. Yeah, the second run through.
The air is stale and musty. The blade is...
So what should we do? Should we take the blade, or since we... Should we try to enter the basement without a blade this time? Let's see. Let's see what happens. Because they won't let us make the same choice again. Will she have the soft voice? And it'll confirm my theory, by the way.
To the basement creaks up her voice.
Hello?
Yep. If you...
Is someone there?
This whole world is about perspective. If you bring the blade... she's tougher. If you don't bring a blade, she's softer. If you were bringing the broken with you, she has a very dominant nature to herself. If you bring the opportunist with you, you know what I mean? She's going to be someone who will take an opportunity to kill you. If you bring the skeptic with you, you're gonna have a lot of questions for her. You know what I mean? She's gonna be I feel like it does reflect like
hypnotizing.
A lot that's happening.
Find a voice you only have. Don't let it fool.
Yeah, we've gone through a lot of these before. Continue down the stairs. Let's see what we can do here with this.
It would be better if you walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
Once again, we're here again.
Beautiful. I am begging you to...
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
So it's similar to the other times again. What's your name? Will she answer this time?
She pauses.
If she says you can call me...
her words before she responds.
You can address me as your Royal Highness.
Yeah, same as last time.
Is Princess her name?
So, if I'm the first one you've seen in a while, what have you been eating? I was sent you to slay you, you're apparently supposed to end the world. Let's ask her this question. But I don't think you're actually dangerous.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. See,
I think as well as interesting because the dominant one that we met last time in the tower, she was like, oh, you reminded me, I do want to destroy the world. You know what I mean? It's like, it's almost like they came back to her.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
No. Deflect, what are you gonna do? Okay, so I've been told enough. I was hoping you'd tell me. No, but I'm sure they have the reasons for keeping it secret. No, this is why I don't think you're actually dangerous. This is like, this is what we thought at first.
Sooner or later, you'll learn to trust me. Hopefully it won't be too late when you finally come around.
Thank you for believing me. Now, can you help me get out
Sure,
of here?
100% girl. Yeah.
You walk up to the...
Well, how are they going to change it this time around?
To the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful.
No, we know it's not.
Maybe there's some way to break the chains?
See, and this one makes me so sad, and it's so good at the writing because when I look at her soft eyes, I'm just like, I don't want her to have to chop off her arm or anything.
Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with...
Yeah, it's not just... So we had a lot of this stuff before, so I feel we can just like go through this stuff. Try the door. Return to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam.
Yeah.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
And again, it's so different from the dominant one we just met.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
It's so crazy. It's so crazy.
From her bone. It's the blade from upstairs.
Just like before.
You're not sure how it made its way down here, or we could use it to... You won't like what...
We have to slay her in this moment. Yeah, they oh my god.
Bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back.
No.
Fine.
This is the first time we slayed her in this moment when she's still in the chains. We've never done that.
The wound dribbles to the ground.
This is why the writing in this game is so good. The fact that, like, I know that she is capable of killing us. I know that in other dimensions she is capable of killing us. In our shared reality, she is capable of killing us. Right? But stabbing the softest one, like, stabbing any of them feels terrible. This just, like, makes you, like, want to cry.
Okay. There's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
You bastard.
No!
Were you lying to me this whole time?
The narrator is forcing me to do this.
The princess pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back.
Oh, God.
Wounded, but still alive.
We've never seen
she
this part, yeah.
on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
This is why it's hard to trust the narrator as well, because the narrator is giving us advice, kill her, stab her, and, like, still it's not working most of the time.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
If I had my way, we would be at a cafe right now, sipping on some tea.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to her.
Oh, come on. Come on, I know this isn't true. I know for a fact, narrator, that this is not true.
I'm not so sure.
I know for a fact.
Don't waver now. As you ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at your legs.
Jeez, look at this image.
Animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm.
We're done. Yep,
Your
we've seen
blade
this
cuts into
thing
her
before, right?
again and again as you're tackled to the ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw.
Yeah, we're donezo.
Forget about trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got.
We're gonna slay her this time,
Your
though?
nerves are seizing with pain. You know you've done your fair share of damage as well, your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back. You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees. We can still turn this around.
I think we're panicking, and rightly so. Give up, run for the stairs and lock her in the basement. Maybe she'll bleed out. Give up.
Are you serious? As what's left of your blood pools around you on the cobblestone floor, the blade
This is
falls from your
crazy.
trembling hands
How many choices there are in different
uselessly against the
avenues.
ground. I suppose you simply lacked the will to finish the job. The princess, wounded but still alive, nervously jumps at the blade and kicks it far away from you before retreating into
She's retreating?
Her shining eyes watch you from the darkness, unblinking and curious as you bleed out.
Like, it's like an animal.
We can only hope the wounds you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, they'll kill her before she
Nah,
can
bro,
reach
she
the
gotta
outside
escape.
world.
You gotta get out of here. Live for us.
All this time alone, I thought
No!
I finally found a friend.
No!
But you were just another monster. weren't
No!
you?
I had to. I was forced to.
This is the end, isn't it?
I would never. Oh.
Before you can answer, everything goes dark, and you die.
What's the next chapter? Just bring it to me. Feels the beast. Oh
You're on
my
a path
god.
In the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin, and in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
It's crazy how they make you feel so bad about certain situations in this game. Like for a game that's called Slay the Princess, trying to kill the princess is actually like feels terrible. I know we weren't trying to do it. I would never try to do it. Feels terrible.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm still reeling from all that because I know that, like, when she said, like, oh, I finally found a friend, that kills me. To even think about that, that kills me. Proceed to the cabin. Let's see what it looks like this time with the beast.
A warning before you.
Who's with us this time? No, I can't get over how, like, well done this game is with the different avenues, different choices, and how, like, it really makes you feel terrible. Like, I feel bad, and she made me feel bad. I think it's, again, so meta in the first chapter to always make you, like, to kind of force you into a choice. Because it's like, well, you know, it's like, it makes you feel like, because the narrator's clearly controlling us in some way, right? The narrator's clearly controlling us in some way.
She will cheat. Does a cat lie to a cornered mouse when it plays
The
with
hunted.
freedom? Or is it just acting out its nature?
Like, the narrator just has some control over our body. So this time we have the hunted, and I think the hunted is probably because we literally just, like, got hunted by an animal last time, and this time it's a
See why
beast.
that matters. A lie's a lie, and if anything, she's the one who's cornered.
I don't know about that, buddy. I don't know about that.
She could have gotten out of there whenever she wanted to.
Yes.
We should trust nothing that she tells
I don't
us,
believe that, though, because I feel like my
smell.
sorry for interrupting you. My theory is that it's a it has to be like an
It's a
invitation.
very roundabout way of saying that you should listen to me and take this seriously.
I don't know, buddy. I don't know.
Maybe.
What's it gonna look like inside, though? What's it gonna look like inside?
The interior of the cabin is ruinous and
Jesus.
dilapidated. It feels like no one has lived here for a long time.
Yeah.
Wind rushing in through cracks and holes in the wooden walls. The only furniture of note is a termite-eaten table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Approach the mirror? We didn't do this
Walk up
last
to the wall
time.
next to the basement. What are you talking about?
So when we wipe the mirror clean, it's gone
Reach
again.
forward and rub your... But there was a mirror and now
Yeah.
it's gone.
So similar to last time, so let's enter the
No
basement.
steel claw. Do you think we can talk our way out of this? I don't think she wants
Wait,
to.
is she gonna be like an actual beast? Like she can't talk to
We'll
her?
just have to trust that we made the right call. It'll still be here if we need it.
Like we actually can't even speak to her?
The door to
Oh
the
my god,
basement
look at this. It's like
creaks
caving in.
revealing what's left of an old wooden staircase. It's still sturdy enough that you can make your way down in one piece, though you'll have to be mindful of holes. The air seeping up from below is oddly warm and wet, as if you're descending into a jungle. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. She growls.
Growls?
Says,
I can smell.
Oh, she can talk. Okay, you can smell me? What do I smell like?
She sounds almost feral, impatient, or maybe
Do you hear the
eager.
The music does feel like we're being hunted. It does feel like we're being hunted.
You carefully
I feel like the
make
music
your way
changes my
downstairs.
feelings every time with the different perspective that we're in, you know? Like it's like even if we hear similar tracks from before, they feel different each time. What?
The last step gives way to the damp earth floor
The tail!
of a starlit pit. The walls are obscured by an impenetrable darkness, giving the illusion that
So
the room
crazy they
might
change
stretch
this.
on forever. You brush against the wide leaves of plants that surround you on all sides, seemingly the only living things that occupy this strange underground wilderness.
It is. It's like an overgrown wilderness, and now they have like it is an animal pit or something. They have a freaking it's like a window up on the top floor or the
jungle
in the
is
ceiling
pressing
now.
on us, hiding her from view. She could be
I can see her tail. I can see her tail. Oh,
You
that's
see
so
only a
cool.
flash of the princess before she scurries away into the underbrush, dragging her heavy chain behind her. Remember, she's just a princess. She is certainly not just a princess.
Well, yeah, we saw the tail scurrying in there.
You're not helping. It doesn't matter what she is. It only matters what she does. Her shining eyes appear between the
Oh my God!
leaves, staring hungrily at you from the dark.
That's actually genuinely scary.
I can hear your heart pounding
Yep.
from down the stairs, fledgling. You're right to be terrified. I'm so much more than
Could you hear it through the TV as well?
A shiver rushes up your spine and pulls you upright.
This is insanely cool. Like all the different changes they've done so far. Because we talked about all the different perspectives. Now we feel like we are in this feels like we are in someone else's domain, like we are in an animal's lair.
The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. Move now.
Where? Don't you hear that clinking? She's in chains again. We're fine. You're about to attack me, aren't you? I can see right through you. We don't have to kill each other, right? You know that, right? Oh my god.
Shifting
Oh my god.
through midair,
Oh!
something enormous. The princess lunges from the shadows, her maw unhinged and dripping, her eyes fierce.
Jesus Christ.
She is too quick to outrun, too nimble to outmaneuver, too determined to overpower. This is her domain. Unfortunately for you, no.
No.
This isn't.
Stop.
You are in a dark, caustic place.
Stop.
A thick, fibrous
Stop.
line constricts around you, its slick surface impossible to grip.
We're inside of
Your
her.
hands scrabbling uselessly at your surroundings as they compress in on you. Your lungs can barely expand
This
in
is
such a tiny space.
nuts.
Not that the humid, finite air grants you more than a few shallow breaths at a time.
We are literally inside the princess's stomach this time. I could not. Where this game started, I could. If you told me I would be here, I would not believe you.
You spoke when you needed to act.
Yeah.
The liquid pooling beneath you starts to seep into your
No.
skin. You itch, then sting, then burn as the acid
That's
begins its slow roll.
So horrible.
When I killed you, I tried to leave this place, but it wouldn't let me. You belong down there, it screamed.
It screamed.
The world is better off without you in it.
When I killed you, I tried to leave this place, but it wouldn't. So she still can't leave. So she can't just leave.
The flesh around you rumbles as the princess begins to move, her thundering footfalls twisting you helplessly about. Your skin protests as the corrosive liquid
Your
sloshes
skin
around
protests.
you. There will be no respite for you in sight. The burning grows stronger, and you can feel layers of you being peeled away.
They're describing this in such detail that like you can almost envision it. That's horrible.
But you don't belong down here. You came from somewhere else. You came from out there. So I consumed your dead heart, and I carried it in my throat.
What?
And I draped what was left of you on my back, and I threw myself against that door.
Wait, so she does need us to get
She
out.
stops, her muscles tensing around you, and through the muffling layers of her flesh, you hear the whine of straining metal.
Huh?
And with a pop, she lurches forward, your body lurching
It's-
right along with her.
So is it just that she can't pass through the door unless we're with her?
Her chains. She's loose.
Oh my god. This is disgusting,
But even
horrible,
then,
terrifying.
You denied me freedom. You cannot fool me by draping yourself in decay. I know your true nature, and it is suffering.
My true nature.
Gravity pulls at you as you're hefted upwards. The distant
She's going up the
creaking of
steps, yeah.
ancient wooden steps barely audible over the thudding of the princess's heart.
The description. I love that the game's so good at writing, but I almost wish they weren't at this moment.
And then it was gone, and I was here. A new enclosure, a nicer cage, but still a prison. I learned from my wounds. You're alive now. We can leave together.
So because we're still alive, she can leave. She can leave.
Work. Could she free herself if we're alive in here? Do you really need me to give you a definitive answer for you to understand that the situation is grim? Stop her. Do.
What do we do? What can we
We
do?
have steel, but we have tooth and claw. Tear through her before we are her.
I don't know. Can you talk to the cabin? Can you talk to the cabin? You could have asked me before swallowing me alive. Explore, claw, and bite. Fine, you can leave. You can leave, just let me go?
Oh, can I?
Yeah, I'll let you leave.
The click of what you presume to be a door ripples through the layers of suffocating
No.
flesh.
That wasn't so hard.
You feel her take
She's not
on
gonna let
a
us leave.
massive
She's
step,
not gonna let us go.
and then another. And then
So she does need
And
permission.
then it's gone quiet, hasn't it?
Your forms around you, and then wet tunneling before you're ejected to a place that is nowhere at all.
I guess I don't need you to be a part of me. How
That
lucky
is
for you.
a terrifying, unsettling form.
This place is.
We're back here. She's gonna be taken. Yep, we're back here. That's the last vessel. But before you can say anything to her, she's gone. Her memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
I don't think so, buddy.
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
That was one of the most, like, again, so descriptive, and it made it even more unsettling. So we do know that she needs us to leave. That she needs us in some way to leave. Approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels that thing.
Yeah, just like before. Gazing into what are we going to look like now? What are we going to look like now? Signs as you reach forward, they're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. We are deteriorating. We are destroying ourselves. What the hell's that? You can't be nothing. You're focused gaze and then you see the figure faint veiled in the shadow just beyond the reflection. It looks like a bird. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
That's the narrator. A crack slides down the end of the mirror, splitting an image in the glass. So that's the narrator? It looks like a deformed crow. Another narrator turned the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. Are we gonna get to talk? What the hell is this? Wait, all the eyes. No, that's so terrifying. What the hell? What in the hell? It's so scary. Oh, that's so disgusting. You're the narrator.
The narrator. Yes.
Oh, the mouth's moving.
I suppose that's my job, isn't it?
Oh.
You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
So because we're nothing at all, we're able to see him now? And the glass is still shattering. What are you? Are you something like me?
Oh, I'm nothing like you.
Oh, it's so creepy.
I'm an echo. Likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
So all those voices are echoes. The eyes need to stop moving, and we were made. We were created. Others like you. You said something that before. Has every narrator really been different?
Of course. That is by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world.
So both of us get So what happens is every time we die, it's taken both mine and the princess's consciousness and put them into that space.
But you'll be awake soon. And then it won't be able to work like that anymore. This
is so creepy. Do you have anything to say for yourself for all the hubris? After everything you've done to us, do you think any deserves to live? I have so many questions for you. Does it hurt when pieces of you break off? So it's pieces of him breaking off. Every time I ask you something, it's like a piece of you breaks. Are you a part of me or are you something else? So you do know about the looping. So many of times you've mentioned you've denied it. Why did you lie to me? If you made me, then what am I?
You're the long quiet. The god I made to rid the world of death.
We're a god? So we are the long quiet. We are a god that's supposed to rid this world of death by by killing someone? Wait, what's the last few questions here? How am I supposed to rid the world of death?
By slaying the princess. Once she's gone, everyone will get to exist exactly as they are. No more fear. No more howling chaos, just life.
But we've stabbed the princess before, and it hasn't changed anything. Do you have to do it in every dimension? I don't want to be a god. I want to be me.
You are you. And if you would let everything work the way it was supposed to, you never would have woken up to the reality of your true nature. There's no accounting for free.
Wait. So because we kept pushing against the narrator, that's what shattered the glass, and now we have revealed our true self. We would have not been able to see this if we kept going on with the narrator. If we slayed the princess every time second we got there, I wonder if we wouldn't have been able to see any of this. Oh my god. Every time I ask you something, it's like, please, are you a part of me? So yeah, you know about the looping.
Any other version of me you talked to was just that, a version of me. It wasn't me. As to why they lied, perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible. Maybe they were just in denial.
So he's saying that it's still so creepy. These eyes looking at us. He's saying the idea is that if he told us, hey, yeah, you are in a loop, then we would be trying to break out of the loop much more.
I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially
Very true.
Unpleasant.
Yeah, but it almost sent us down even a worse path. Not a worse path. It sent us down the path of trying to find the truth.
And for all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works. Who's to say which of them are right and which of them are wrong, really? Except for me. I can tell you for a fact that I'm...
Oh, you're the one who's right? Oh my god, all these questions we don't address. Every time I ask you, it's like a piece of you breaks. Are you a part of me or are you something else?
No, I am not a part of you. But that's all a matter of perspective, isn't it? From one vantage point I must seem wholly foreign, but from another, well, all the versions of me that have existed have collectively heard your every thought and driven your every action. If that isn't being part of you, then what is?
Yeah, so confirming that we believe that he has in some way driven our actions, even if he wasn't directly responsible for some of the stuff we did, because we did have free will, but he's the one who told us to go to the cabin. He's the one who told us to interact with the princess, or not interact with the princess, he told us to find the princess. Do you have anything to say for yourself for all the this hubris?
I do. The people out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember.
So he's confirming that, like, every dimension these people are real and the people that have died because you've saved the princess were real. Does it hurt when pieces of you break off? Yeah, every time I ask you something, pieces you break?
I'm aware, and if I were you, I'd be more precious about your time.
Oh my god. I think you're out of time.
So I am. It's like I said,
Oh my god,
I'm
we're gonna
just
meet her now.
And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
So he created us, and he is an echo of what created us, and he created us to kill the princess so that everyone could live. But I wondered, did he want us to do that in every single dimension, and that was going to be our life forever? And there it is. As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator is right, you are the long quiet, a vast nascent god. And it's final time you wake up, all of this is you. Every bit of this is us. This place is us as well? Proceed to the cabin one last time. What does she look like? Where is she? There's no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There's nothing for you to find. Huh? No! What was that? What in the world was that? Jesus Christ, it's all of the different vessels together?
I can finally see you.
This is insane.
And you can finally see me.
Like all the girls, all the princesses at the bottom, like trying to crawl up to the top of this vessel as well. And now we're in this. It's so bright as well compared to the long dark before. And she's saying we can finally see each other.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you.
You've missed me. This illustration is insanely, like, it's so, like, artistically, again, like I said, it's unsettling, but like so incredible and like awe-inspiring at the same time. It's like, oh my, like, there's so much talent behind the art in this game. Do you know about the echo? Did you hear a conversation? I'm the long quiet, but I don't even know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound. A pale imitation of what I actually am.
All the different vessels together, all the different faces. Did you know about the echo? Did you hear about a conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
What happens now? Yeah, the shifting. Look at this.
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it?
I suppose.
When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitude.
So she's saying that we were one, and we share a reality, but we were separated so we could kill her?
So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
The idea of a world without death is like so tempting, right? There's so many stories we can left unfinished. Can we just leave? Do you have a say in all this? Why is all this falling on me? Let's talk with this true. I still have so many questions I need to answer before I can make a choice. If I let you out an entire world ends for good, I can't do that. If you're always going to become this, then what is the point of me doing anything? There has be another way. Slay the prince, I think it's time for us to leave this place. Wait, I want to talk to her a bit. I have so many questions.
My very nature is paradox, as is yours. You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach. And you cannot rationalize that which defies.
So she's saying don't rationalize this. It's nothing to be rationalized.
But violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
What do you mean? What is she doing?
You are designed. Pray for something bigger than you that stalks.
What?
Blinks in shadows. Within, you are tightly bound and choke on heavy air as acid burns its way into your pores. A nest of things devouring within things devouring.
So she's saying we're prey. We're praised for something bigger.
But even when dissolved, you gifted me a life. Perhaps it was fear that drove you. Perhaps it
There's the beast. She has the beast in her hands.
But the outcome of an act matters more than its intentions. There is a natural order to the cycle of things sustaining.
The music here is incredible too.
A world without sustenance is a world without relationships. And it is our relationships that give us form and substance.
Yeah? Yeah? You speak about life and death and change of stagnation. What is it? What? But that isn't... What about... I'm so shell-shocked. What about... That isn't what any of this has been about. Reject your authority. You've done nothing but lecture me since the minute I got here. You act as though the world cannot exist without you. Reject your perspective. Remain silent. Explore. You're right. Without the desire, we have no need for relationships. We would all be alone. Yes, without desire, we have no need for relationships. We'd all be alone. But if we had no desires, would being alone be so bad? You cannot use eating me to prove that you're right. But my intentions do matter. I only freed you to save myself. You're right. Without any desires, we have no need for relationships. We would all die alone. Insane, but it's kind of true. If we had no need for relationships, we'd all be alone, but... Oh my god, appeal to your shepherd's humanity. I wonder what this answer is going to bring us. Probably a bad answer, but I'm not really fully sure what to say here.
But you say nothing.
Oh, is she going again?
You are nothing. A black hole of self-loathing fed by the matter of your restless thoughts. A dog blind to its leash. But there is no light without the dark.
So she's saying that...
When I proclaimed my godhood and offered you a place
Yep.
at my side,
She is...
you gladly became the instrument of my new creation.
In this run, she is telling us that in this playthrough at the very least, she is telling us that we are basically her, like, we are below her in this sense. We are an instrument. We are to be devoured.
Only with both of us is there a future to look towards. It is hope.
But she's also saying that together we can do this relationship that we have. Submitting to you was a mistake. I would have destroyed it if you were... No, You speak about life and death and change the name, but that isn't what anything is about. You've done nothing but lecture me since I got here. Reject your perspective, won't engage in violence. I get it, there's no need for us to keep fighting. I'll leave with you now, I just don't know how. Stop the fight and early and surrender. Remain silent. I want to learn more about this. I know I'm bad for doing
So
that.
your quietude continues.
Please, I want to learn more. I wanted to hear more.
Behind your back in a trance
The witch.
behind mine. We dance, revolving and revolving around each other, but forever stuck in place. We both move, and yet we both don't. For each of us watches the other instead of ourselves.
So we're in a dance together, but we're stuck in this place. This is when we're stuck in this place forever.
But forever is not forever. I move and you react, and both of us break the other. But broken is only a
Again, playing on that idea of the relationship, the idea of like us.
To change is to hold the potential to rise above. Would you limit yourself to what you are now? Or would you like to see what you might become tomorrow?
Holy hell! So she's saying like it's like rise above this idea of you just like being in one place, I guess. Don't limit yourself. Is there no, if there are no endings, there are no limits. If there are no limits, then there's no difference between growth and decay. I've already come so far, what more is there left for me to see? With time, we could have been better. If there are no endings, there are no limits. If there are no limits, then there is no difference between growth and decay. Because we have been decaying.
Meaning lies in experience, and experience lies in contrast. Abandoning one's search is not the same as...
I'm so worried about these answers.
I am contrast itself. To reject me is to reject the shape of everything. Do not use words to reduce that which your eyes know to be irreducible.
What's next?
Your lover attached a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another.
Yeah.
Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see
So
it
in this
go?
sense, like this body was like you're saying that, oh, I missed your heart maybe on purpose.
But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me and me lifting you.
Oh my God! Again, it's that relationship.
Ever and ever, consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back.
So she's saying that even though there's sometimes we were against each other, it was almost like a dance. Even the times when she would kill us or I would kill her, it's like we were like intertwined. I was blind by motion. We both know that. I was. I don't know. I know I'm remaining silent is a bad thing, but I want to.
Broken silence, a lack of an answer, or has your understanding begun to move?
It's that I don't feel good with those answers right now because I'm worried about them so badly. I just want to learn more about the. Okay, wait.
To question everything is to deny the truth in front of you. To live alone within the caverns of your mind is to trap yourself in them forever.
And that was the first one.
And we chose to trust each other for no reason than the sake of believing in something that wasn't us.
So what?
Shared skepticism blossomed into freedom, but we needed to walk.
Look at this.
together
Look at this
to
visual.
Would you stop our journey now that you've seen its beginning? What of those in the worlds beyond? Would you erase their paths to stop?
This
them
is
from
insane.
going astray?
This is insane. Can I say that what I think I'm gathering for this, and get maybe you guys can like not correct me, but like give your perspective might help me down below as well. What I'm getting from this is that what she is saying throughout this whole story is like, it's like, yes, you were when we were killed by the beast, we were prey. When we were dominated by the dominance, we were just like a speck on her shoe at that point. When we were killed by the princess, she didn't want to kill us. She wanted, like, what she's saying is that she maybe missed her heart on purpose at that point. When we were both broke our back with the witch, it was like saying, yes, we are both like trapped here, but it's almost like we're dancing together. And the first time we killed someone, we both shared skepticism and we both found our way out. All of this, what she's saying is that there is a path to finding something together. We were intertwined, we were separated, but we still found our way together in the end somehow. Even if it was like true death. Let's surrender. I'm up for it. I'm up for it. This is the path we've taken. There's no need for us to keep fighting. I'll leave with you. I just don't know how. I'm up for it.
Nothing brings me greater joy.
We've taken this path.
The final peace lies with
We have
you.
taken this path. Free yourself. Free yourself. And that's the phrasing they're using, free yourself? You fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation as you feel the sensation in its limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here except for her is you. So everything in this world is us except for her. She's the only other thing we know, which is funny because her whole game she's been telling us that we're the only thing she knew. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale. But you twisted and crumbled and bound agonized tension to the finite plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yet yield. It does not yield, so it doesn't yield. You love me? Take her hand. Let's go. Oh my god, this image! At once, the unyielding tension breaks. Wait, that's color? You are free and she is with you. What?
It's magnificent.
There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality, something that simply is. Was that grass growing? Again, the idea of like just don't try and explain it. This is just what it is. What happens now?
Everything. Just
The
like
music
it
here.
always has been. And just like it always will be.
Insane. Step into the infinite. So this isn't like this is everything. We are everything, and she's the only thing that's not us. As everyone to 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which yet contains 1,000 more. You exist and you are aware, just as you've always been, and just as you always will be. Through conflict is your nature. Though conflict is your nature, the two of you will never be alone, and the two of you never know fear. You and she are finding home. So yeah, they're saying that like, even though we constantly fight, we've killed each other, we fought each other, we've been skeptical of each other, we are one, and we will never know fear now, because we are finally together forever. We are together forever. Wow. Insane stuff. Absolutely insane. We did there's quick save in this game? I must have clicked the top button. Black Tabby Games. Insane. No, great stuff. I am blown away by this game. Absolutely blown away. And the music as well. I guess the ending we got was a very again, it's as she said, it's like we have a submissive ending. The music was fantastic in this game. Absolutely fantastic in this game. And even like when we heard songs like that were similar before, it still made us feel something different every time. We had a submissive ending where we were like, yeah, let's just let her free. But she's saying that even though it's like, yeah, whoa. Yeah, freaking awesome. Get it, patrons. Even though we like submitted to her, it was like we're still part of something. Gab Small. Oh my god, Laura. Oh, Markiplier. Here's the track order plays just for you. Even though that we are constantly we're fighting each other, we're killing each other. It almost like gave meaning to our lives in a way. Like, at least we were together. We formed a relationship. We formed a bond together through all those times. And that's much better than feeling nothing. You just full story the first time. You've also unlocked a gallery. You can access from the main menu. Awesome. There's also a clue. Wait. So preferences? Oh, sorry. I thought there was going to be like emotional preferences. Memories. So we haven't unlocked everything. Okay, let's see this now. The hero and the princess. You in the path of the woods, you in the path of the cabin. Find the tower. Wait, find the tower. So that shows you where we find the prisoner. Find the damsel. Find the witch. Find the beast. So this is like what we did. Vessels. So we didn't even find all the we can be different vessels as well. It's you've grown, you've withered. So at that point we started to destroy ourselves. We started to get destroyed, and then we unraveled, and we unraveled, and we became nothing. And then the narrator itself, which was so freaky to look at. We had the tower, which was insane. An overwhelming heart. So actually, let's check this out here, right? So, oh my, look at all the different, what? What? All the different ones we can see? Holy hell. That is insane. We only found 5. So the beast... So let's check this out. So the beast became... So see through her eyes. A cunning. So the beast is cunning. So we have a cunning... So in the end, our vessel was cunning. Our vessel was overwhelming. So dominant. Our vessel was righteous. The vessel we found was... Or like the entity was clever. And the entity was... a gentle heart. Holy freaking hell. So what happened here is that we were created as a god to kill the princess. We were told that we have to kill the princess. And this would basically mean there was no death in life. Everyone just lived happily ever after. That we had no fear of death, no fear of anything. We didn't have any, and like we live without desires is what the princess described it as. But we were constantly breaking free of this narrator. And that was starting to give us free will. But it also meant that, as he said, there's no difference between growth and deterioration is what we said, right? We were deteriorating over time. Because we were maybe no longer the thing that was created by that... by that creator. And because we were growing, we started to deteriorate as well. We were no longer the thing that was created. We were like becoming something different, in my perspective anyway. Then because we kept, going against the narrator, we kept like moving further and further away from his creation and being one with him, and we became maybe closer to the princess themselves. The princess like made a point that we're like, if there's no desire in the world, and it's actually an interesting perspective, there's no desire, if there's nothing that you want in this world, then you won't desire to be with someone, you won't desire a relationship. And this ending for her was like, hey, we're about to go into the infinite void, into everything, but at least we're together. It's like, yeah, you got eaten, but it's a relationship. Yeah, you got stabbed in the back. Hey, but at least it's something. At least you're feeling something. Yes, you were dominated, but at least you're feeling something. Yes, you she stabbed you back, but you're feeling something. And like even the time, yes, you killed her multiple times. Yes, you stabbed her. You tried to kill the other ones. But that's and again, I'm not saying this is true, by the way, for real life or anything like that, but I'm saying in this game, the princess believes, at least in that moment, you are something, right? You two together are something. And it's so interesting at the start, she's like, I want to know you because I know nothing else, right? And it ends with us like not knowing anything else but her. That is our everything at the end. Holy freaking hell. And so we have here, find your freedom as gods forever. So we are both gods, just we are free forever. That's the path we took. Finish the game. Look at this image. Insane stuff. And look how many endings there are. We found our freedom as gods forever. That's what they're saying here. Now, if you look at this here, so here it is. A cunning heart, see through her heart, see through her eyes at the end of everything. So we saw through what she saw. We connected with her. We were becoming one with her. Free her, so we freed her. Here we have free a god to bring about the end of everything. So at this point we knew she was, I guess at this point she was like showing her godly tendencies. So we're both gods. More like a temple. If the princess lives here, slaying her will probably be doing her a favor. That's such an interesting way to put it. See through her eyes at the end of everything. So again, we were seeing through her eyes. We were becoming one with her. Here's interesting because we saw her a lot. So, free her from her bindings, leave with her really worse. So I wanted to see where we got with that. Is she changing? I wanted to see where we were going to get with that. Leave with her. So this is the first only time we actually left with her. See, so again, every time at the end we are seeing what she sees. So it's almost like we are becoming that one with her. Yeah, and my opinions on like the narrator and all the voices that were with us as well. It almost feels like, again, the idea of an echo is something that was with us from our past. This is something we remembered, almost like it's reminding of us our task. But since we had our free will and we went against that task over time, we kind of like, I guess we deteriorated. Over time, we kept going from different world to different world, and in the end, we were left in this relationship with this god, two gods just free forever. And I guess we freed ourselves with the idea of free will, but the idea of like not even having to think ever again about the idea of like, because again, death is like, is bad. We don't want to die. And obviously, like, I wouldn't, like, it's a game, so obviously, like, we kept going with the perspective of, like, we're destroying all these worlds, and we have destroyed these worlds. He told us that everything was real, no matter what. We can't just cover our, we can't just cover our eyes and cover our ears, close our eyes and cover our ears and pretend, la 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 la. We have killed people. We have destroyed worlds, we've destroyed universes. But in every single universe, we have found a... What the frick is happening? In every single universe, we have found some connection, even if it was broken, toxic, and absolutely horrible. The princess believes we have a connection in every single universe, even if it was bad. We still found our way to, like, connect to each other in the weirdest way. Such an incredible game. And now, here's the thing. When it comes to this stuff here, we probably won't play it for a bit, but I have no problem coming back to this game and playing the other stuff and seeing some other stuff. I don't know what choices we would make, but I'm sure like I could... I don't want to look anything up either, that's the problem. Yeah, I'm sure we could like find something with that, or we do that. Because if you press continue, I imagine it's going to go straight into the game again as well. But yeah, I had a blast with this game. I actually think it's one of the most like thought-provoking games I've ever played. It's one of the most interesting games I've ever played. They did such a good job with this the design of this and everything. I think they did they just outdone themselves. If we talk about everything else other than just like, because again, I don't have a full grasp of the story. I really don't have a full grasp of the story. What my summary of it is, we were created as a god to kill this princess, who is another god. And she's maybe a god of death, and if she is destroyed, then every single world will be free. She cannot leave this place without our permission or without permission from somebody. In the end, we decided that we were going to keep our free will and keep going and not kill her. And with that, we now live forever with this god, two gods just living in this infinite world. And we are more like of an obedient side to her. We are, not that we're less than, but we are like almost like on the side of her, I suppose. Yeah, that's my summary. And to talk about the stuff I saw, here we go again, that I thought was beautiful about the game. The design is beautiful. Some of the artwork is absolutely incredible. The music is incredible. It made me feel so many different things. The world building is incredible. The voice acting is incredible. This is really a 10 out of 10 game. I said it was perfect, and I stand by that. Because the people say there's no such thing as perfect games. That's not me personally. You can believe that's not true, and I can believe it is true. I think this is one of those games, because I don't sit here and look, I'm not going to look for flaws in this, because I can't even think of one. I don't find it necessary for me to sit here and go, okay, what would I change about it? Because then you start thinking, it's because if I sat here for an hour and went, what did I not like about this game? It's like, I can't think of anything wrong. Like, and that's the experience of playing this game. Will I maybe think of something I didn't like down the line? Maybe. Oh God, there's the cabin. But I think this is like a perfect game. This is like how you do choice-based games. The meta nature of it, the making you feel like you're not in control, but you are in control. Making like almost like there's almost a transferring of like wills in this game, where like we felt like we were like the narrator's possession for a while. We felt we were like the road here was like we're with the narrator. We don't trust the narrator. The narrator's starting to treat us as a possession. The narrator wants us to keep going. We start to betray the narrator even more. We start to become more connected to the princess. The princess then becomes the narrator. The princess then becomes one with us. We are starting to see stuff through her eyes. Eventually, we become one with the princess and become in a relationship with the princess. It is a love story. It's so interesting to me that through this whole freaking game, nothing was a mistake and nothing was by accident. Seeing through the princess's eyes was us becoming closer to her every single time. Something I didn't talk about as well is that the princess designs are fantastic. I did talk about that, but I think also as well how they made you change perspective on every single time you met one. How, like, I did feel like when I met the really dominant one, I was like, oh my god, like, I should bow down to this one. Or like when I met the sweet one, I'm like, I don't want anything to happen to her. When I met the kind of tougher one, you're like, okay, let's work together. It's so interesting how they change your perspective with every single princess, and I think that's such a fantastic thing they did here. Yeah, I appreciate you so much. You've been a fantastic audience with this game, a fantastic experience to play with you guys. I've appreciated every single moment of this game, and I appreciate you guys. So thank you so much to TieFire2, Jamie Bull, Jonathan, actually, comment section, so fun to read, so fun. TieFire2, Jamie Bull, Jonathan Banana, The Ghost of Inazuma, Felicious Felix, Yule, Radish, Anusta, Malcolm Kunde, Deathtrap, Lynx Markey, Assassin, Alpaca Juice, Eopsy, Xandra Whatever, and True Peanut Butter, and I'll see you all so soon. Appreciate you guys.